I've had requests on my channel to explain how to use the setting circles on a German equatorial mount. So let's give it a shot. Setting circles on an equatorial mount can be used for finding distant objects in space. There are two setting circles. The first is the right ascension setting circle here on the bottom. The second is the declination circle here on the top. The right ascension circle has two sets of numbers. Both read 1 to 24. The bottom set is used if you're in North America, north of the equator, and the upper set is used if you're south of the equator. The numbers read 1 to 24 because right ascension is measured in hours, minutes, and seconds. In the case of the declination setting circle, the numbers read 1 to 90, and there are two sets, one on the left, one on the right. The left side is read as minus, and the right side is read as plus. To set the setting circle, you go to Stellarium or some other application, or Star Atlas or a Star catalog, and find the right ascension and declination values. Right ascension is usually abbreviated RA. Declination is usually abbreviated DEC, DEC. To start with, you level and polar line your scope, and then you look up and then you choose a bright star that you know the name of. Since we just polar line, we can use Polaris. That's handy. And the right ascension value of Polaris is 2 hours, 59 minutes, 28 seconds. So we'll set this thing down here to 2.5 hours, which is about as close as we can get. Then lock it down. And the declination is 89 degrees, 22 minutes, 22 seconds. And about the closest we can get is probably 89 degrees. So we'll move that to 89 and lock that down. Now that we've leveled, polar lined, and set our two setting circles, we can find anything we want in the sky. Setting the setting circles is sort of like doing a one-star alignment on a GOTO mount. It tells, in a mechanical fashion, it tells the telescope where one star is. And we can find other stars using that as a reference point. Let's say we wanted to find a galaxy, and its right ascension was 22 degrees, and its declination was 72 degrees. Well, we would loosen the mount up so we could move things, and we would move the telescope to 22 degrees. And we would move the right ascension, and we would move the declination to 70. There we go. We're now at 2270. We're pointing directly at, or approximately at, the thing we wanted to look at. Now this is not terribly accurate because because the range circles are too small. We can't go 1 degree or 1 second or 1 minute or anything like that. If we wanted to get real accurate, we would need setting circles that were a couple feet across. That way we could go down to like 22 degrees or 22 hours, 14 degrees 6 minutes. But we can't do that. We can, however, get close in the general area. Might have to do a little star hopping or a little plate solving if we're using a camera, but we'll be close enough we can get there if we have to. This is the way I used to find things before I broke down and bought a go-to mount. It works, but it does take a little bit of work to make it work. If you have any questions on this, go ahead and leave them in the comments section. I'll try to answer them if I can. But until I see you again, happy trails.